Y'all, my hair look crazy. Like, I was trying to do these little space buns, and they's not doing what they need to do. Like, at all. But, here we go. Okay, this is a little bit better. Welcome to my channel. Well, obviously everyone is new. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyways, so my first video, which you are watching at the moment, is going to be a question and answer for everybody that is looking at the video. I'm in my car because it is very like dark in my house because the windows are like far from where I wanted to record. I need to rearrange my room. That's another topic for another day. Anyways, so it's like the lighting in the house don't look right. So I'm sitting in my car because we're on the top of a hill and any sunlight is kind of angling down. But I'm going on a tangent. So I wanted to make the first video a question and answer. And a little bit about me. So, hi, welcome. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. So, I'm Jasmine, like I mentioned in the first video. Oh my God. Bro, I'm nervous and I'm really talking to myself. But, I'm Jasmine. Welcome to the first video. Many more to come. I am a college student. I'm currently a senior, at IUP University. I stay in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I like reading. I like music. Love music. It's my life. I am 21 years old. I'm a Gemini. And as you can see, I'm very nervous. So if y'all hear like my voice like quivering throughout the video, that's why. Like I said, it's weird because I'm talking to myself, but I know everybody's going to watch this at some point. So yeah. So I think that's some things about me. I feel like you're going to get to know me more throughout you watching this channel. So I'm not going to go too deep because that's a lot of information. But, yeah, so I'm going to just start it with the question and answer. So, first question, who or what inspires your sense of style? Honestly, a lot of the stuff that I wear now, I get from Pinterest. I really enjoy dressing business casual. I want to be a lawyer, so there's that. So that kind of ties in with my sense of style as far as business goes. And then everything else kind of comes from TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. Like some of the fashion trends that I see on TikTok, I'm like, I really like that. Like the oversized t-shirts with and leggings. I like the cold girl makeup. I don't think that's a sense of style, that's like makeup. But anyways, I really never got down with the biker shorts and graphic tees. I didn't really do that. I don't know, something about that just didn't seem right with me. I don't like overly baggy pants. Like I like mom jeans, but I hate boyfriend jeans. They don't fit me right. I don't know. I think that's really like it. Like I don't want to say I'm a sneakerhead because I don't know that much about sneakers, but I do enjoy dunks. I like ones. I like regular Nike shoes, like the Air Maxes, Air Forces, of course, as their staple. What else? That's really like, I don't know. I can't think of any other shoes off the top of my head, but those are a lot of them. I don't really wear that many Jordans, so like the Jordan like 12s, I'm not a fan. I think I have some Oreo 4s. They were a gift. Those are nice. But yeah, there's really not much to that question. I don't really have like a specific sense of style. Like it really like ranges on depending on the weather and how I'm feeling. Somebody else asked, what is your definition of true love? I feel like that depends on the person. Like, obviously they're asking me. So I think that, you know, my definition of true love is being with someone who brings out the best in you and accepts you at your worst as well. I feel like that kind of goes, I don't think that's self-explanatory, but I think that, you know, when you're talking about true love, like it really varies person to person, obviously. And I think that if you're sitting here and you're like, if you have to question if you're really in love with this person, you probably aren't. I'll put it that way. Why are you so positive / stay so positive? Believe it or not, I'm not always the happiest. And I feel like that kind of goes for everybody. Like, I have my ups and downs. I just don't display it on social media. I want to say, like, I'm a positive, like, I'm a pretty radiant person when it comes to positivity. So, like, if you walk into a room and I'm already in a good mood, 9 times out of 10, like, I'm going to make you laugh, whether you're in a bad mood or not. And that's not on no, like, oh, I can make anybody laugh. I'm not a comedian. Like, some shit I just say and it just happens to be funny. I don't try to be funny. But as far as being positive goes, I think that it really comes with, like, who you are as an individual and where you're at in life. Like, you could really be down in the dumps for a couple of months because you're not where you're at in life. But I think it also comes down to, are you going to let that make or break your mood for the remaining amount of time? Like, say, for example, you're down now on funds right now. Okay, cool. Are you going to let that dictate how you act until you get your money up? Or are you going to muscle through it and try to get back to where you were before whatever happened? And I just think I have to look at the positive aspect of things. Like, okay, my situation could always be worse, but what am I going to do about it right now? I'm a very logistic person. Like, the stuff that I'm doing has to make sense. Like, if I'm doing something and it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to do it. So if there's a problem, I'm going to be dramatic about it, and then I'm going to solve it, because it doesn't the situation never gets solved if you don't create a solution. So I think I kind of went on a tangent there too, but yeah, I think that's why I'm positive. I try to look at the positive aspects of things, because I mean, it's very easy to be negative. Like, that's in our it's second nature to us. It's so easy to be negative, but it takes so much more effort to be positive. So, like, I'd rather exert that energy into something that's going to be beneficial to me in the long run. What made you join the military? Okay, so I am currently in the Army National Guard. I joined the military originally because I needed someone to pay for my college. That sounds really bad, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I needed to pay for college. However, since being in the military, I've gained a lot of perspective and a lot of insight, and I've learned a lot of lessons. I've went through a lot of hardships. I've learned a lot about myself and the military in general. So I feel like if you are interested in joining the military, I'm not going to deter you, but do your research. That's all I'm gonna say. What was the hardest part about joining the military? The hardest part for me was running. I hate running. I despise it. I never fan. Like, I used to run track, but I would do sprints. I was never a long distance runner. So when the military told me that I had to run 2 miles in under such and such amount of time, I was like, I beg your pardon. Also, I had to lose a substantial amount of weight before I even took my, like, went to MEPS, which is like medical, not medical procedure, but it's like the process you go through to make sure that all of your things are right. Like your medical history, there's nothing wrong with you, you don't have any type of diseases, so on and so forth. So before I even got to that point, I had to lose a whole bunch of weight. So before I joined the military, I think I was like 150 some pounds at 5'2", or 5'1", whatever height I am. So they wanted me to lose 11 pounds in like 2 weeks. So they originally wanted me at 100. So my max weight in the military is 136 pounds, 5'2", and they want me to be 136 pounds. I'm gonna insert a clip of what I look like right now. Okay, so as y'all saw from that clip, I am not overweight, is like visually overweight, but the fat content in my body is too high for my height. So they think that I'm overweight because I don't meet their weight requirement. However, if you are overweight and you're interested in joining the military, there's also an option to get taped. And what I mean by that for women, men and women, it's a little bit different, but if you're a woman, they're going to tape your neck, the smallest part of your waist, and your hips. Now, if that comes out to be a certain percentage, that's how much body fat you have in your body, based on their measurements. So if you're over a certain amount, they're not going to let you join, or you have to lose so much body fat in order to be in the military. So that was really my hardest thing, was like maintaining my weight and keeping my body fat contents down in order to maintain my status in the military. What inspired you to make a YouTube channel? Honestly, I'm a talker. Anybody who knows me in real life, I like to talk. I always have a whole bunch to say. Goodness, I keep spinning. I'm sorry. But anybody who knows me in person knows that I'm a very talkative person when I want to be. I'm very like happy-go-lucky. I'm energetic. Like, I'm bubbly. And I just thought about it and I was like, why not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a podcast as well, and I like started it almost 2 years ago now. And it was weird because I was like, I'm literally talking to people, but no one can see my face. Now I'm talking and y'all can see my face and y'all can see what I'm saying. It was really strange, but I was just like, when I started the podcast, I thought, well, if I never start, how can I know if I'm going to fail? So I started. So now I'm like, okay, if this flops, then it flops. But at least I can say that I tried to make a YouTube channel. I tried to be a content creator and so on and so forth and go from there. And I think that creating a YouTube channel, you learn a lot. If you're editing your own stuff, if you're making your own logos, your own banners, your own thumbnails, you're learning a lot in the process. Like, I've made investments into this that were investments beforehand as well. So I just tied it to that. So yeah, long story short, I think I was just like, why not me? Like, you know, everyone has a YouTube channel. Why not me? And it's weird because a couple months ago, I was talking to my best friend and I was like, I could never be a content creator. Like, you have to take your camera everywhere. And here I am filming this video in my car. Like, but I just think you have to pick and choose what you actually want to film and make sure that, you know, you're not just putting on a show for the audience. Like, you're being authentic, like you're being genuine, because if not, people are going to see through that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. What's your ideal afterlife? I don't know if you're religious at all, but if you had a choice of an afterlife, what would it be? So I always think that people come back as animals. I think that if I were to come back as a person, I'd want to be like a comedian. I think that would be so funny. But yeah, if I were to come back as a person, I would want to be a comedian. If I was to come back as an animal, I would come back as a dolphin, because they're so cute and cuddly and, they're fun. Like, they can be aggressive, like they're very territorial, but, they're fun animals. Like, one of my like dreams is to go somewhere where they have dolphins and then I could just pet the dolphins all day. That just sounds so cute to me. Like, why not? So yeah, so I would spend my days just swimming through the ocean. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. If anybody knows, I love Finding Nemo. Dory was my nickname in high school by some friends. I don't know if that was an insult or not, but they started calling me Dory one day and they never stopped, and I don't mind it because she is a fun character. Anyways, what is your biggest accomplishment? Finishing basic training. If you went in the years of 2019 or before, you know what I'm talking about. If y'all want to know what the average individual who goes through basic training, it's called BCT. If you look up a video on YouTube and look up BCT training, Army, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then get back to me, or even comment down below. If you watch the video, comment down below whether or not you would have been able to survive that. That's what I want y'all to do. Does society treat mental health like a joke? Oh. Okay. Mind y'all, I literally just copied these questions from Snapchat and people who sent them to me, and I didn't actually read through all of them. So yeah, let's yeah. Okay, so does society treat mental health like a joke? I think that the older generation does not believe in mental illnesses because they probably have a mental illness that no one knew about because they didn't have that type of testing. Or if they did, certain households would discourage you from actually getting tested, or wouldn't even like bring it to your attention. Like, hey, this is something that you should probably address. Like, therapy was not something that was like recommended, especially in a Black household. Like, it just wasn't. So as a whole, do I think society treats it as a joke? No, but I think the older generation doesn't see it as a problem. Yeah. Do you think people actually want love or just lust nowadays? That is a great question. I think that people are looking for love in a lustful generation. I think that's what that is. I think because everyone is so because everyone has normalized just having sex with people and not getting to know people has created a lust that is unimaginable. Like, people just want to have sex with people because it's convenient or it's available. Like, you don't want to get to know somebody and then have sex with them. Like, it's now I'm emotionally invested in this person. And I think that's the problem. People don't want to get emotionally invested into anybody. They just want to do they do and call it a day. Which, if that's your business, that's your business. So then be it. Like, but if you're actually being intentional about what you're doing, sex is not impressive anymore. Like, you can pretty much get that anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So if you have somebody who's actually invested in what you like and who you are as a person, like, you can love somebody but not like them. And I think that becomes a problem because you're now like, oh, I love this person, but it comes with conditions because I don't really like this person. I don't like who they are as a human being. So I think people do want love. I think that's, something that a lot of people are looking for. A lot of people don't want kids, so that becomes an issue. But you actually, people skip the liking part. Like, they just go from, I know you, I love you. Like, that's not okay. Like, you want to know what this person's goals are. You want to know what this person, does on I don't want to say daily basis, because that's a little, overwhelming. But, you want to know who this person is damn near inside and out. So when you get to that point, you know how they're going to act in certain situations. You know what they don't and do like. You know how to address certain situations. You don't want to be starting arguments because you never took the time to actually get to know these people. What is something that scares you? Dying a painful death. I'd rather die in my sleep. I hope that's how I go out. I hope that whatever higher power is, in charge of all of this, I hope that I die in my sleep. Not soon, not ever soon. But when I get to that age of getting old and withering away, I would like to die in my sleep. Because if I get shot, if I get stabbed, and I live, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. That's it. Because who are you to think that you could get away with attempting to murder me and not facing consequences? Because I would let the law handle it, but I just feel like I should take matters into my own hands, because who are you? You know what I'm saying? What? No. Anyways, where do you see yourself in 5 years, and do you want kids? 5 years, I'm 21 years old. I will be 26. In 5 years, I will hope that I have graduated law school. Do I want kids around that time? No. Do I want kids ever? Possibly. If I have kids, I plan on having 2. That's the goal, but I'd like to be married before I do that. I'm not really religious, so, I'm not really religious, but I have aspects that I would like to accomplish before I just have kids. I'm not one who wants to be a baby mom. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want that for myself. I would rather be an ex-wife with kids than a baby mom who's never been married to and is single. I don't want that life for myself. I feel like I deserve so much more, and I'm not about to settle and lower my expectations because someone wants to rush and push a baby out of my vaginal canal. No, thank you. What do you plan to do with your degree? Use it for law school. So for anybody asking or wondering, I am a I'm a psychology major with a criminology minor. I would like to study criminal law, but I have been revisiting that conversation the closer I get to getting my undergraduate degree. What is your favorite thing to do on a day off? Sleep. If anybody knows me in person, I'm a full-time student. I damn near work full-time hours. At my actual job, I am part-time military. I am in 2 organizations on my college campus, back-to-back days. I have a driving service on my campus. I have a podcast. I have this YouTube channel. I have an Etsy planner business. and I'm trying to start a clothing brand. So that was 9 things that one individual does outside of being a normal human being. So, on my day off, I'm watching TV, my favorite show, probably Criminal Minds at the moment, because that's what I've been binging. You know, Grey's forever, but I finished the season, so there's that. But yeah, watching my favorite show, cooking a food or a meal that I enjoy, and just resting, just allowing the day to like pass me by. I feel like I'm productive every other day. I don't need to be productive on my day off. So simple. Fave hobby. Right now I really enjoy making planners. I like, they're all digital, so it's for like if you have like a laptop or an iPad, you can download them and use them as you see fit. I think they're convenient. They're very sorry, I got a text message. They're very like basic. I won't say basic, but they're like convenient and they're easy to use, and excuse me, you can really do what you choose to do with them. And I'm pretty like easygoing, so if you message me about a planner that you'd like, I can very well customize one for you, and it's either 10, depending on the length of the planner, it's probably like a little like $10 or less. It's not really expensive. Somebody said, how's the National Guard? I haven't been to drill, is what they call it, every month. I haven't been there since the beginning of November, so we almost had like we had a whole month off. We had the whole month of December off, and then we'll go back in January. How's college? I finished my junior semester, so this spring semester I'm going into my senior year, and I will be graduating in the fall of 2023. So I didn't have like a specific like template for questions I wanted them to ask me. I just wanted them to ask me questions to get a gauge for how long this video was going to be, and it's almost already a half hour, so we're going to keep it pushing. How do you think low-income communities could have access to stronger education? Oh, okay. How do you think low-income communities could have access to a stronger education? I think that getting programs, so for example, I'm in the NAACP on my college campus, so the National Association for the Advancement of Color People. Okay, I blanked for a second, sorry y'all. Yeah, so I'm in the NAACP, and I think that getting programs that promote education in lower income housing or lower income families or communities is beneficial, and it's hard to get those types of programs into those areas. You have to go through a whole bunch of procedures and paperwork and permissions and things of that nature. But once you get your foot through the door, I feel like paving the way for the rest of these programs to be able to talk to these students, parents, grandparents, whatever you want to call it, to get access to education, to let them know what scholarships are available for minorities, which scholarships are available for all ages, groups, colors, whatever the case may be. I think that's how you work around that. But until someone takes the initiative, it's even harder to get those programs, or to even have somebody reach out to these programs to get them to come to these locations, things of that nature. Why do you think we have different education requirements for different states? Why do you think we have different education requirements for different states? To my knowledge, I thought most of the education requirements were the same. Forgive me for not knowing any better. I didn't really know that they differed in any way. I know in PA, we take the Keystone exams. I know other states have different type of standardized testing exams. So that's really the only difference that I'm aware of. I'm not really sure how they differ as far as like maybe like their curriculum. I'm not sure. Favorite food. What is my favorite food? I don't know. I don't think I have one at the moment. I don't eat red meat anymore, so like I kind of cut a lot of that out of my diet. But I'm a very big breakfast person though. So like anything breakfast, come holler at me. One place I want to travel to, Jamaica. Jamaica, Greenland. I would like to go to Paris. I cannot speak French to save my life. I'd like to go to Spain. I kind of want to go to Argentina. That sounds like really nice and fancy, even though it's like the bottom of South America, but it's okay. But yeah, that one's a different one. That one I haven't really said to a lot of people. I just thought about that just now. It sounds really pretty. If you could go back to any childhood memory, what would it be? Oh, I remember going through these questions, and this was definitely the one that stuck out the most. Okay, so when I was younger, I used to live with my mom, and after a while, she was not able to take care of me, so I lived with my dad. Being that I lived with my dad, it was an adjustment because like I didn't live with him for the first couple of years of my life, so I started living with him when I was like 5. So there was one day, it was a really big snowstorm, and anyone who lives in Pennsylvania knows that snow gets bad up here. So he couldn't start his car. He couldn't go to work. It was like a half-hour commute from where we were originally. And he doesn't really remember this. I remember bringing it up to him, and he doesn't remember. But it was cold outside, obviously, because it was snowing. And I went outside with him, and I forget, like, I don't know if we were trying to go somewhere or if we were trying to go and see if his car was going to start. I have no clue. But I threw a snowball at him, and we started a snowball fight outside of the apartment complex. And that is like a core memory that I will forever have about me and my dad, because we don't spend a lot of time together, because if I'm at college, he's at work, or I come home from college, he's still at work, or I'm at work, or I'm off doing my own thing. So we don't get to spend as much time as we used to together. So that was definitely a valued memory for sure. And the last question was, what's my major at college? And it's just a psychology major with a criminology minor. So that was a little bit about me, a little bit of question and answer to keep the conversation going. That wasn't bad. Like, my voice isn't cracking as much anymore, so there was that. And there was a friend of mine who, you know, I put a poll on my Instagram and was like, should I start a YouTube? And she was like, I think you should. Like, you're so bubbly, like your personality, like I think that would be a perfect fit for you. So I was like, okay, bet. And then I started making my intro, and it was just, I was like, this is something that I really like enjoy doing. Like, being like, bringing the creatives, goodness gracious, I can't talk. I'm so excited, I'm stumbling over my words. But being creative and, you know, using the creativity that I do have in my brain, like, it brings out like a childhood side of me. Like, it's just really exciting to do. But yeah, so thank you for tuning into this first video. The next video will drop sometime the rest of the remainder of this week. The next video should be my vision board that I made for this year, or for this upcoming year. Yeah, so yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching this first video. I really hope that you subscribe, share, and like if you did. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.